Hi, everyone. So my name's Trez, and this is a little story about why I entered a competition. So there is a magazine, Hers Fitness, and I randomly saw a advertisement on Instagram for a competition where the winner could be on the cover and win $20,000. I decided to enter, and lo and behold, I made it into the rankings. Now, tomorrow, I've kind of let it go. I just wanted to see organically, like where I would be in the rankings. I don't know why I'm doing bunny quotes, because that's what it is. It's kind of, I guess, like a round robin competition. So after tomorrow, X amount of people are going to be eliminated, which, to be expected. It's a competition. The reason that I think that I would be a good candidate for this opportunity is because I think that I am demonstrating that fitness is about physical, but I think it also includes emotional and mental. I think 2024 could not be more the year for mental health. Coincidentally, it is May, so I guess May is mental awareness month. Oh my goodness, that was hard to say. Pardon me. But for my own journey, ever since about December-ish, I have been posting online videos where I talk about mental health and I do a jigsaw puzzle. And those are very much unscripted. Just watch them if you don't agree. Sorry, I do not like saying the ums, but nonetheless, it's a bad habit of mine. Period. So I have been investing everything I have into my mental health. I am no longer. I was a paramedic for about 10 years. It was a really hard job, but three things I would say off the top of my head that it taught me was how to be strong, how to work hard, and how to have perseverance. And I do mention that in another video. I just wanted to include it in this. Things that paramedics see, of course, it is no wonder. Unfortunately, now I have PTSD. For a while in my life, that was a setback. I honestly thought that I would retire being a paramedic, and I was trying to hopefully one day work my way to the top in the field, which actually is up in the air, the helicopters as a CCP. I didn't make it, but hey, I'm okay. Dealing with setbacks, to relate it back to fitness, dealing with setbacks is part of life. And I think it is amazing when people can make changes to their activities of daily living and their diet and make sacrifices and compromises and, all of that stuff. And literally sculpt their body in such a way. I think that's really cool. But I think that 2024 is the year for mental health awareness. I think that while going to the gym is great, I would like to see someone who takes their emotional fitness into account and their mental health fitness into account. I may have never said that before, but now it is very important to me. If it's not important to you, then I guess don't vote for me. I don't have abs, and I think that's okay. I will discuss my physical fitness in a moment because I also think that is important. Never mind, I should have had sunglasses on. I'm squinting so much in the sun. But having PTSD and knowing that not every person with PTSD is on this side of the earth. So I'm very grateful that I am 6 feet above, because it's a very hard diagnosis to have. And I think it's very understudied and undervalued. I have no physical signs. So often, a smile sometimes is a disguise. Nonetheless, let's move on, getting quite real. Mental and emotionally, because I do think the two are very different. Emotionally, I have been going to counseling, and listen, if counseling is not for you, horse to water. Like, I can only talk about how it's worked for me. I've been going to counseling for a long time, and I believe going to counseling may be the equivalent of going to gym, but for your emotions. So let's sculpt those so that you can so I have been working on sculpting, I like that word, my emotions, so that I'm no longer reacting and I'm now acting, because I think there's a lot of power in that. And I really think if you can make your emotions fit into the situation, you're just going to do better in life and do well, day to day, which I think is really great. So those are really nice things to have accomplished personally. And then physically, what's kind of cool, I have posted a video about it, showing it. So I have started playing badminton. I used to play just with family and whatnot, but I've started playing badminton once a week for months now. And I've also started playing pickleball for the last month or two. And pickleball I'm doing about 3 to 4 times a week. Now, that may not seem cool to anyone, but just a moment of your time. So from my job, I had 2 separate surgeries on my dominant right shoulder, like my right side. And badminton, my physiotherapist told me, is a very bad position for a shoulder, because you're holding the badminton racket up and out, and that's just a lot of responsibility for your shoulder. And a shoulder, very complex joint, I have learned. So I started to get pain again in my shoulder. And so I had to go back to physio. And basically my physiotherapist, if I may paraphrase, implied never again with the right. Oh my goodness, I went home devastated. Having PTSD, it is very important for me to find healthy outlets for my energy. Because I think that type of energy left unchecked can go very negative. And being a paramedic formally, past tense, for 10 years, I saw a lot of stuff where maybe some people didn't have the same chance. So I very much guard my outlets with the ferocity of a lioness. So I had to determine how I was going to stay playing those 2 sports. So I picked up the racket and the paddle with my left hand. I'm going to try to pronounce this. I am not ambidextrous. I do not do anything with my left. I now play badminton with my left. I've been going for weeks, and I'm actually doing quite well. I certainly have some losses under my belt, but I actually can do badminton with my left. When I started pickleball, I just automatically started with my left to train my body, the muscle memory that the pickleball paddle never even got introduced to the right. So yes, it's not fitness in terms of bodybuilding, but I think that it's really neat how through sports, I'm able to do something like this. So that is basically a summary of why I think that I should be the winner of Miss Fitness, the magazine cover for 2024, and the $20,000. I actually invested $20,000 into my education, and I can't do that job anymore. I'm literally not approved to go back as per my counselors, and I've had to overcome feelings of being feeling like a failure, feeling like a loss of what I'm supposed to do, and all of that. So I have been slowly in my head putting my life back together, because PTSD does not have to be a sentence, it can be a strength. And because I believe people with PTSD have quite a bit of an increase in their emotional intelligence, because we know how things can make us feel. So usually I don't think PTSD people try to make others feel unwell. It just, you very much learn how upsetting things can be. So that being said, I have been thinking about what direction my life is going to go now. And yeah, $20,000, at least I could recoup the costs of my education for a career I can no longer return to, even though I miss it every day. And I just liked helping people. It was very hard. But anyway. And yeah, maybe I could start doing my own business, because I'll be 40 this year, and I think it's just about time. So anyway, thanks for listening. I very much appreciate it. And if you want to vote for me, click on the link below, as they say, and hopefully I'll move on the round. If not, it wasn't meant to be. But I do appreciate the support. Everyone, take care.